Far away.
Well, Brad, what's the most pleasing thing about that performance for yourself?
That our fans and supporters get to revel in a finals victory. I mean, that's the overriding emotion for the whole football club, for the football team itself. The ability to probably lose our composure early on in the game and then wrestle that composure back and probably have a pretty commanding performance in the end. In combination of our missed chances and Richmond just taking theirs really well, meant that it was a really hard-fought affair. And when things sometimes go against you, immature and inexperienced groups can drop away, but our guys held firm, so that was really pleasing.
What changed for you in the second half? Was it guys stepping up, or was there specific areas of the game that returned it?
Look, I didn't think we were out of the game at half-time by any stretch of the imagination. I thought that we're our own worst enemy at times with some of our ball use going forward. I thought Richmond had periods where they were able to dominate possession, dominate around the stoppages. So we made some structural changes, which are quite minor in the scheme of things. It's about the execution, and a lot of players stepped up and took control. A lot of our veterans in particular. Jared Waite probably played arguably his best game ever, given the circumstances. Boomer just keeps doing it. Dowell's second half was enormous. But it's just you go through the list, and a lot of guys stood up, which at the end of the day it added up to the team's performance.
The big guys, Brad, obviously Waite was good all day, and Brad popped up with a couple of in the third quarter. You seem to always have an option for the next one.
Yeah, we've always talked about our offensive unit rather than our individuals within that unit, and we got a great contribution from all of our forwards, be it our key forwards or our small forwards. I thought Taylor Garner's game in his first, I think the only player on our, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the only player in our team not to play in a final. I thought he stepped up enormously. But yeah, our key forwards, at the end, the output on the day was really pleasing. I don't know. What I am aware of is that you make the decisions that are best for your players and your club, with the available information that you've got. So, I'm well aware that if we were sitting here on the wrong side of the result, there'd be criticism, but there shouldn't be platitudes either. We just did what we thought was right for our players and for our club, and there are a lot of people who want to have an opinion, and that's fine because we play an opinion-based game. But that doesn't faze me either way. I'm not about to say I told you so. If I was sitting here with Richmond the victor tonight, I still would have done the same thing last week.
How significant was Jacob's watching on these things most of the year, but the whole possession?
Yeah, it was outstanding. He was really good. I thought he was good at times last week as well. He's redefined the role he plays for us, and his teammates just love him. They just love the role that he plays for the team, and he got the job done today on an outstanding player. We thought in the third quarter we started to get on top in the midfield, and we looked like we were covering the ground a little bit better. But I mean, some of that's ball movement too. Early on in the game, we didn't move the ball the way we wanted to. Richmond defended really well. Richmond are a better team than they were this time last year. They've really been impressive the way they've been able to change their game style mid-season. They play a completely different game style now, and that's the sign of a team that can adapt, and they'll be up there again next year, no doubt. They're well coached, they're well drilled, but I thought our guys it was really pleasing the way they were able to adapt to that, because the round 6 game in Hobart this year was the complete opposite to that.
Do you have any injuries, anyone that might push up for a game? Also, was Lindsay Thomas reported?
The last one, I'm not sure, but I think I probably would have been told if he had. McMillan had a really minor roll of his ankle, had it restrapped, came back on. He's fine. Kane Turner missed with concussion, although he was cleared to play. That was a match committee decision to rule him out with because of the concussion. Not we didn't make the medical decision, but the medicos actually cleared him. But we just felt that there was such a significant hit last week that even if he was cleared to play, he wouldn't be at his best. So now with 9 days since the last time we played Richmond, and now another week, we expect him to be available and pushing up for selection.
Do you feel better placed this year given last year's final experience to go up to Sydney?
Experience always gives you a little bit of help, and there's definitely more self-belief because you only get self-belief from doing, and you don't know you can win a final until you actually win one. And now that our group have won 3 of our last 4 finals, you couldn't say there's anything but more self-belief, but that doesn't get it done on the night. So we're going to have to go up there and give a better account of ourselves than we did probably around about this time last year against a really good outfit. But we're up for the challenge. We didn't start planning a month ago just to try and get to the finals. We were planning about playing our best football in the finals, and hopefully that's ahead of us.
How do you compare, I guess, the two teams and where you're at compared to, I guess, this time last year? And they're obviously a bit banged up as well.
Yeah, I'll let John Longmire talk about the Swans, but in terms of our team, I mean, clearly the addition of Higgins and Waite has been massive for us. More finals experience into young players. Ben Brown, for example, has now played 4 finals as a 22-year-old. So Sean Atley. So, but they're an extremely mature and experienced group as well. So the challenge is always there. Beating Sydney any time's hard enough, but up there it's even harder.
And the prospect of playing on ANZ as opposed to the SCG, does that present any difference or challenge?
The AFL can schedule us wherever they like, and we'll turn up.
It's all obviously all summed down from here, but does getting that finals win, is that something of a pressure release?
No, the pressure just builds. That's again, I don't want to be flippant, but there are a lot of people in the room who have forged careers in having opinions and love to build pressure on certain people. It doesn't affect the way I go about my job. Clearly it's there, but I mean, you go about and do the same thing anyway. So whether you feel vindicated or you feel under pressure is irrelevant. It's about what you do. And I preach that to the players all the time. So I'd be kidding myself if I sat here and said to you, pressure is one thing, or release the pressure, or it builds the pressure. I don't care about that.